Have you ever stood in a meeting with an important client, feeling that awkward silence after the initial hello, and you just didn't know how to transition smoothly into the business agenda?
It's a common challenge, Emma. Most people either jump in too quickly and seem overly direct, or they talk about the weather for 20 minutes and lose their professional momentum.
Exactly, Thomas. To lead a client meeting successfully, you need more than just textbook English. You need executive diplomacy.
Welcome to Business English for Success. Today, we've selected 3 essential scenarios in client meetings that every professional should master. We'll show you how to build immediate trust, handle disagreements with grace, and close deals with absolute clarity.
By the end of this video, you will possess the power phrases to build respect and credibility in any boardroom. Let's start with our first master loop, the art of the professional transition. Imagine you are hosting a video conference with a potential partner. You've spent 3 minutes discussing the weekend. Now you need to shift the conversation to the project proposal without sounding abrupt or informal. Before we dive into the conversation, let's look at a less effective approach many people use. They often say, "Okay, enough talk, let's start the meeting now." While clear, it lacks the sophistication needed to maintain a high-level partnership. Now, let's listen to the executive way.
It was a pleasure hearing about your recent charity marathon, Sarah. It sounds like a remarkable achievement for your team.
Thank you, Thomas. We truly believe in giving back to the community.
That spirit of commitment is exactly why I'm so looking forward to our session today. Out of respect for your time, shall we transition to the primary objectives on our agenda?
Certainly. I'm eager to see how your proposal aligns with our current expansion goals.
Perfect. To ensure we cover everything, I've prepared a brief overview of the project milestones. Would you like to start there, or is there a specific priority on your mind?
Did you notice how Thomas shifted the energy? Instead of just stopping the small talk, he used a technique called the value bridge.
Exactly. I connected the marathon, which represents commitment, to our business discussion. This creates a psychological link between personal likability and professional trust.
Also, notice the phrase, "out of respect for your time." This is a power phrase. It tells the client that you are a thoughtful professional who values efficiency. It's much more elegant than saying, "I'm busy" or "we are late." Now it's time to build your muscle memory. Please listen carefully and speak after us. Focus on the professional intonation. That spirit of commitment is exactly why I'm so looking forward to our session today. That spirit of commitment is exactly why I'm so looking forward to our session today. Out of respect for your time, shall we transition to the primary objectives on our agenda? Out of respect for your time, shall we transition to the primary objectives on our agenda? To ensure we cover everything, I've prepared a brief overview of the project milestones. To ensure we cover everything, I've prepared a brief overview of the project milestones. Excellent! You sound more authoritative already. Our gold quote for this situation is, "Out of respect for your time, shall we transition to the primary objectives on our agenda?" It shows leadership, politeness, and focus, all in one sentence.
We want to hear from you. How do you usually transition from small talk to business? Write your version in the comments below, and we will provide feedback on how to make it even more professional.
You've now mastered the start of the meeting, but here is where many professionals often feel uncertain. What do you do when the client looks at your proposal and says, "This looks good, but we want it done in half the time for the same price"?
Many professionals feel uncertain or become overly defensive. Up next, we will show you exactly how to say no to an impossible deadline while helping the client feel that you are protecting the long-term success of the project. Trust me, you need to see this to believe it.
Now, let's navigate a more challenging territory, handling a disagreement. Imagine you are in the middle of a proposal presentation. The client, Sarah, suddenly interrupts and requests an additional feature that is completely outside the agreed budget and timeline.
This is where most professionals feel the pressure. If you say no, you risk the relationship. If you say yes, you risk your team's capacity. How do you stand your ground while remaining a trusted partner?
Before we see the master approach, let's look at a less effective approach. Many people would reflexively say, "I'm sorry, but we can't do that. It's too expensive." This can create an immediate sense of distance between you and the client. Now, let's observe the executive buffer approach. Thomas, I've been looking at the roadmap, and I think we need to include the full AI integration by next month. We can't wait until the second phase.
I certainly recognize the strategic value that an accelerated AI integration would bring to your platform, Sarah. It shows great vision for the project's future.
Right, so can we make it happen for the launch?
While I share your enthusiasm for that timeline, my primary concern is maintaining the premium quality we've established for the initial launch. If we shift our focus now, we might compromise the stability of the core features.
But our competitors are already moving in that direction. We need to stay ahead.
I completely take your point. To ensure we maintain our competitive advantage without creating unnecessary risks, how about we finalize the current stable version as planned, and I will prepare a separate feasibility study for an early access AI update. This way, we secure the launch while still prioritizing your vision.
That sounds like a balanced way to move forward. Let's see that study by Friday. That was a masterclass in professional boundaries. Did you notice that Thomas never actually said the word no?
Exactly, Emma. I used a technique called validating the vision. By saying, I recognize the strategic value, I told the client that I am on her side. When someone feels heard, they are much more likely to listen to your concerns.
Also, notice the shift from "I can't" to "my primary concern is." This is brilliant. It changes the narrative from a personal refusal to a professional responsibility for quality. You aren't being difficult. You are protecting the long-term success of the project. Let's refine your professional voice. Listen carefully and repeat after us, focusing on the calm, authoritative tone. I certainly recognize the strategic value that an accelerated AI integration would bring to your platform.
I certainly recognize the strategic value that an accelerated AI integration would bring to your platform.
My primary concern is maintaining the premium quality we've established for the initial launch.
My primary concern is maintaining the premium quality we've established for the initial launch.
How about we finalize the current stable version, and I will prepare a separate feasibility study.
How about we finalize the current stable version and I will prepare a separate feasibility study?
Outstanding. You are learning to lead the conversation, not just follow it. The power phrase of this loop is, "I share your enthusiasm, however, my primary concern is maintaining our established quality." It is the perfect blend of empathy and professional firmness.
Now it's your turn. Have you ever had to disagree with a client's request? How did you handle it? Share your experience in the comments, and we can help you rephrase it for your next meeting.
You now know how to start a meeting and how to navigate disagreements. But how do you finish? Many people leave a meeting feeling productive, only to find out later that nothing was actually done. Up next, we will show you the final alignment technique to ensure every meeting ends with absolute clarity and commitment. Stay with us. We've arrived at the final stage of our meeting. The discussion was productive, but time is running out. Now you need to ensure that everyone leaves with a clear understanding of who does what, avoiding the vague ending that slows down project momentum. A less effective approach often sounds like this. Okay, thanks for the meeting. Let's talk again soon. Bye. This leaves too much to chance. Let's listen to the executive alignment approach.
This has been a very insightful session, Sarah. I appreciate the clarity you've provided on your expansion goals.
I agree, Thomas. I think we have a solid foundation here.
To ensure we maintain our momentum and stay perfectly aligned, may I suggest a quick recap of our agreed action items?
Good idea. Please go ahead.
Excellent. My team will finalize the updated feasibility study by Friday morning. On your end, you'll be providing the internal data for the Phase 1 review. Does that accurately reflect our next steps, or is there anything we should adjust?
No, that's exactly right. I'll get that data to you by Wednesday.
Perfect. I'll send over a brief summary of our discussion within the hour to serve as our official reference. It was a pleasure collaborating today, Sarah.
Did you notice how Thomas took full ownership of the conclusion? He didn't wait for the client to lead.
Exactly. By using the phrase, "to ensure we maintain our momentum," I am signaling that I value the project's success as much as the client does. It's a very proactive stance.
And the question, does that accurately reflect our next steps, is a strong example of professional diplomacy. It's not a command, it's a request for confirmation. This empowers the client while ensuring no one can say, "I didn't know," later on. Now, let's master these closing phrases. Speak with confidence and clarity. To ensure we maintain our momentum and stay perfectly aligned, may I suggest a quick recap?
To ensure we maintain our momentum and stay perfectly aligned, may I suggest a quick recap?
Does that accurately reflect our next steps, or is there anything we should adjust?
Does that accurately reflect our next steps, or is there anything we should adjust?
I'll send over a brief summary of our discussion within the hour to serve as our official reference.
I'll send over a brief summary of our discussion within the hour to serve as our official reference.
Brilliant! Ending a meeting this way positions you as a confident professional, not just an attendee. Thomas, reflecting on our 3 scenarios today, what is the core mindset our audience should take away for their next client meeting?
I believe it's the shift from being a passive speaker to a strategic partner. Whether you are transitioning from small talk or handling a difficult disagreement, you are always acting in the best interest of the project's quality and the client's time.
I agree. In situations 1 and 2, we learned that respect is shown through boundaries, not just by saying yes. And in situation 3, we saw that professional clarity is the ultimate form of courtesy.
Remember, business English is not about having a perfect accent. It's about using executive diplomacy to build long-term trust. Every phrase we practiced today, from "out of respect for your time" to "my primary concern is quality," contributes to building long-term professional trust.
You have invested your time today in becoming a more powerful communicator. If you found these master loops helpful, please give us a thumbs up and share this with a colleague who is preparing for a big meeting.
Don't forget to subscribe to Business English for Success. We are on a mission to help you reach your highest professional potential.
Up next, we're preparing a special deep dive into executive email writing. If you thought today's phrases were powerful, wait until you see how to command respect in an inbox. Stay strategic, stay professional, and we will see you in the next session.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.